All right, I'm not sure if we're back up. Let's see, Torres, if we're back here. I get my garage band. Fuck's garage band. Come on, garage band. Come on, motherfuckers.
Look like something live.
Yeah, I gotta do something. Yeah. Is it? Are we back live? Come on, GarageBand. Where the fuck are you? Well, I gotta fucking make sure this. Are we back up to the riders? Let everyone start kind of come back in.
Look like we're back, Mr. Tuttle. You did it. You must have a nice Indian boy there doing your tech support.
Well, yeah, but I can't believe the fucking podcast's not going up. Jesus. Pain in the ass. Nothing fucking ever works, does it? It's like I clearly see the fucking GarageBand thing here. This is what records the podcast. I don't know where the fuck it went. Okay, now it's fucking loading. Alright, it's taking fucking forever. Jesus, fuck.
He's talking about this fault.
Yeah, it is.
Talking about not liking Indian rappers.
Yeah,
you know, all the Indian boys do IT, so.
You cursed us, Gupta. You cursed us. So, I don't know. Let's people kind of wade back in here. Let me see if we're back up. Where the fuck did it go? Okay, we're back. Okay. What's up?
I got to steal that.
All right. I think we're kind of sorry about that technical difficulties, Turtle Riders. We're back up. All right. Okay.
Okay, we're back. Okay.
Moral of the story: never played Indian rap.
Yeah, okay. We're done with the rap. Let's get on to the good shit, shall we? And is that your dog, Gupta? Or is that dinner?
I don't have.
You don't have a dog? Okay. Oh, that's Fat Daddy's dog.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Calm down.
Fat little bastard.
Oh, I fucking hate this pinwheel.
His name was Gupta.
Yeah. I hate this fucking pinwheel more than life itself. I fucking hate you, pinwheel. Come on. Should I quit this fucking GarageBand? Unfucking believable. I just restarted the fucking computer too. Come on! You're killing me. Okay, looks like we're back up. Okay. Alright, so the podcast is up and running again. We're live on YouTube again. We can fucking continue the show, it sounds like. Right? This is recording? Alright, we're good. Alright, so sorry about the technical difficulties there, Turtle Riders, but we're backing up. We're ready to do this. So let's talk about the next topic. I'm done with fucking Pawtucket rappers. I'm ready to talk about the stories, the three big stories of the week. Let's start with my day yesterday, because I got a lot of shit to say about this. Obviously, the more this lingers, the angrier I get. So, we get sued a lot, obviously. But very rarely does anyone try to, criminally charge us with something. Now, that changed because there's this guy, and I'm going to call Charlotte a guy because Charlotte has an Adam's apple. So, you're a fucking dude. Let me make that very clear. You can call yourself genderqueer, non-binary, BLT, 1, 2, 3, whatever. You're a fucking dude. Or I stop it. You're a fucking dude. That's it. So this dude named Charlotte, for the last, I don't know, 19, 20 months, has been taunting us, right? And trying to almost get us to blog about him. And whenever, I guess this individual doesn't like us because 3 years ago we wrote a blog about these Boston fire gypsies. They're called the Boston Burners. I don't even remember what the blog was about. I don't even know if I wrote it. It doesn't sound that familiar. Whatever. This individual is evidently in that community and does not like us. So, they have been basically harassing us all over social media. Now, I very rarely block people because it's just not what I'm all about. If you want to come at me, come at me. That's fine. I welcome the dialogue back and forth. I never back down from a debate, my general policy. But if you're just going to come at us with stupid shit and saying the same meaningless shit over and over again, I'm blocking you because you're just not even putting an effort in. Like, if you're going to troll us, put an effort in, right? Come at us with something legitimate so we can fucking argue and hate each other, right? If you're just going to come at us and be like, you're hate speech, it's like, oh, you're fucking boring. You're not interesting. Be interesting. And Charlotte's just not interesting, right? Charlotte's just another fucking dude who thinks he's a fucking chick and says all the fucking buzzwords and nothing. Now, Charlotte has not had a job since God knows when, collects Social Security because, of course, he fucking does. Like, let's be honest. Like, a loser like this is not going to work, right? They're not going to get a fucking job. And took out a harassment order against me in court this week. Now, little background. This is the kind of shit that they've been posting for like the last year and a half on our page. Turtle Boy Sports admins and fans are all worthless, mindless, trash people. Hashtag hurry up and die. I don't know about that. Fat Daddy, do you feel like a mindless, worthless trash person?
Not usually.
Not you.
I mean, it really depends. You know, it depends on the on the day. It depends on if I piss my wife off or not. I mean, you know, sometimes yeah, but for the most part, no. I mean, I'm a handsome man. I'm sensual. I'm a fucking tiger in the bed. I mean, why would I feel bad about myself?
I guess so, yeah. Now, Gupta, do you guys have a lot of trash people in India?
No, especially me. Look at me. I am one handsome Hindu.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
am 130 pounds of vegetarian man honey.
Yeah, I bet you are. Now, let me tell you. I think, first of all, this is just projecting. This is jealousy, right? From a person who's obviously extremely ugly, as most of our followers, people who don't like us are. Our followers are extremely attractive. So I get the jealousy thing. I get the mean girl thing going on there, the vibe. But we're just regular people. Yeah, like, obviously we're above average when it comes to looks. We all accept that, right? But we're nice, too. Like, we'll let you sit at the lunch table with us. We're not like the mean girls, you know? So hurry up and die is the kind of shit that she's saying, or he's saying, rather. I apologize. I didn't mean to misgender him. I'm going to enjoy watching your pathetic pedophile blog die, you mindless, worthless trash people. Posts on our page, hey turtle fuckers. And it's a video called I Shall Destroy You, which is nice. Stop threatening my friends with rape and death, as well as trying to shut down competing local businesses because you're jealous. Get doxxed, you mindless, worthless, trash people. So this is a frequent theme we see from this individual when they're saying, you like doxing anyone who disagrees with you, which put people's lives in danger. Have you ever been gang raped? He sexualizes children in his blog. Okay, well, obviously, I mean, we've seen this before, right? This made-up critique of the blog. Like, obviously, you can't back up anything. You're just saying things to be... You're trying to get our attention, and I'm not giving it to you. That's what I mean by you're just boring. That's fucking not interesting. And this person loves to be like doxing. That's like their favorite word, doxing. That's the most over word used in social justice vocabulary. Doxing. All doxing means is you take your information that's out there and somebody fucking posts it on the internet. Oh no, not my fucking information. I get doxed every fucking day. Need I remind you that every single resident in Holden, right, got something in the mail about 2 months ago from Mike Gaffney that listed my name and address and said I was a pedophile. So I know what it's like to be quote-unquote doxed. You get over it. Stop it. Right? These people act like, oh, bitch, I'm fucking 1,000,000 times more victimized than all you. You don't hear me whining like a cunt, do you? So anyway, they go on. They also have posted things like conservatives are a plague that should be eradicated. Christianity is a disease that no one should take seriously. Abort Christianity. Let them eat shit. He said that in response to a deadly tornado in Alabama that killed some people down there. So he thought that they all should die, evidently. This individual reports our Facebook pages. Right? One of these, and brags about it because they show the screenshots of the message they got back from Facebook. We removed Turtle Boy Sports profile from Facebook. Right? If Turtle Boy Sports profile is restored, the share that you reported might reappear. If this happens, feel free to report again. This, by the way, is everything that's wrong with Facebook. They're like, yo, if this gets restored, if we restore it and determine that nothing was wrong with this, why don't you go ahead and report it again? Just for fucking fucks and giggles. Like, give me a break. So, what else? They're constantly whining about, like bragging about getting this taken down. They're also a member of this, fucking troll page called Return to the Pit. It's like some bootleg 4chan shit. And he's part of this turtle boycott campaign that harasses our advertisers and says Turtle Boy thinks it's okay to rape children. You're advertising a child porn site, Benny's Cafe. Harasses them, like he shows screenshots of himself calling up Benny's Cafe for 1:20 and just saying the calls will continue until your rapist pedo blog is shut down. So this is fucking harassment, obviously. It's harassment of our advertisers. It's torturous interference with a private business. All right. And they've had an effect. Like, they've obviously cost us money, people like this, and they're just worthless piles of maggot. They've not, like, this individual is the embodiment of everybody that does not like Turtle Boy Sports. Let's be honest. And that's how you know we're doing something right. Unemployed, collecting from the government, right? Bullshit mental identity, right? And they're talking transgender, whatever the fuck that means, right? Oh, I'm genderqueer bullshit, right? Oh, I'm a victim. They're self-victimizing themselves. This person is literally the embodiment of everything that we go against. And I could not be prouder, right, to have enemies like this, right? Because it lets us know that we're doing something right. If these are the people that hate you, you're doing something right. A man is only judged by his enemies. And if this worthless pile of shit, this worthless maggot doesn't like us, then we are doing something right. We are doing something right. But they're also unhinged, right? And saying really threatening things. This individual threatened to throw a Molotov cocktail through my house. Constantly messages us. We have to block them all the fucking time. And obviously we never blogged about him because he wanted us to blog about him. They wanted us to. And we just didn't give it to him, and he got mad about it. Now, how this evolved, right? So this person starts, I guess Brett kind of took the bait a little bit, right? With this person. This person's looking for, bullshit back and forth. And that's what Brett is into, like on the internet. Like, Brett loves to get in fucking flame wars with people, right? That's just what he does. That's fine. This is right. And if this person's going to threaten, Brett's going to threaten. And they go back and they trade fucking threats. And I wouldn't even call it threats. Brett's just posting stupid memes. Like, one said 1-800-DEAD, something like that, right? And so this individual goes to the Boston police station, as they have done several times before, and files a police report. And it's posted in the blog here. And it's like, this person walked into the Brighton police station and filed a police report. The victim stated through the use of different social media platforms that they post numerous articles, opinions, and blogs concerning her personal and political beliefs. The victim reported that there are times when opinions differ with other members online. However, for the past year and a half, the Turtle Boy Sports website and its operators have becoming increasingly aggressive and threatening toward her in particular. And on today's date, the victim reported that after waking up in the morning and checking her social media pages around 11:20, by the way, that's all I need to hear right there. Around 11:20, he woke up. Okay? And it's like, oh, so we're off to a good start. And saw numerous harassing and threatening messages were left on her pages by the suspect, Brett Killerin. These messages included a meme that stated 1-800-235-DEAD and another that stated TikTok, TikTok, her time is running short, we're always watching. Now, neither of those are threats, by the way. Neither of those are threats. A fucking meme that says, 1-800-235-DEAD, that's not a fucking threat. That doesn't mean I'm going to kill you. TikTok, TikTok is one of the most commonly used internet colloquialisms out right now. TikTok. Means your time is coming. It doesn't mean you're going to fucking die. It means your time is coming. Time's up kind of thing. Right? It should also be noted that while the victim was reporting the incident, the suspect placed the victim's home address and phone number to social media pages. The victim is unsure how the suspect retrieved her personal information. However, believes the suspect got her information by, and that's redacted. That's interesting. So I'd like to see that police report, to be perfectly honest with you, and I will see that police report. Now, it's kind of convenient, don't you think, that Charlotte is at the police station, and while he's down there filling out a police report, oh, look, Brett posts her fucking address right to the page. That's convenient, don't you think? And you'll notice that my name is not in the police report because I've never contacted this individual ever. I've literally never, ever fucking spoken to this person. I blocked this person. I do everything I can to avoid this nut job psychopath because guess what? I got a business to run and I ain't got time for people like her. So, if Brett or any of our fans wants to do shit, that's on them, okay? Now, the reason that Brett is not on the show right now is basically this, okay? As we're going to see, I was threatened with some bullshit criminal charges from the district attorney. And actually, I'll get to that in a moment, actually. So, this person, they go to the police station, they get the report. All you need now you go to the courthouse, you file for a harassment order and against somebody. You can do it to anyone, I guess. You can literally do it to someone you've never spoken to, which is me. So I get this thing in the mail on Monday saying, you got to go be in Brighton District Court, which is in Brookline for some reason, on Friday at 9 o'clock. Well, that's a problem for me because that's Donut Friday in our eyes. Me and the kids, we go out for donuts on Fridays because my mother-in-law babysits them and she can't do it till the afternoon, so we have Donut Fridays, right? We kill some time. So anyway, we got to the courthouse, right? And I'm like, I actually figured, like, if I have two crying kids there, I'm like, kind of telling them, like, cry and shit. Because the more you're a pain in the ass, the quicker we get out of here. Nobody wants crying kids in the courthouse, right? So they did their job. They did what they were supposed to do. They were a pain in the ass, all right? So we get there, and there I see Charlotte, and she has some fucking heffalump friend there, some disgusting slam pig who hasn't been fucked in fucking a billion years because she's so fucking gross. These people are filthy. They're animals, right? They're useless. That's why they're miserable. It's like if they just got laid once in a while, they'd probably be a lot less miserable. So I'm in there, and we get it called up first, right? And Charlotte gets up there, and Charlotte's like, Your Honor, I'm getting death threats from a Brett Killerin at the direction of Aiden Carney, who runs Turtle Boy Sports, and it's a shaming website that doxes people and threatens them and rapes them and does this and this. It was like literally a crazy person rambling. And the judge is like, what? Can I see this? And she's like, he's got the printouts of Brett saying shit to her, and the judge looks at it and whatever, looks it over, and he's like, so what did he do to you? This is Brett? And I'm like, no, my name's Aiden. I'm not Brett. And the judge is like, okay, so where's Brett? Well, he didn't file a restraining order against Brett. Just against me. So why the fuck am I here? That's a great question. Right? And so next thing you know, what the hell happened next? Charlotte just keeps rambling on about bullshit, and finally, the judge is like, so why? Why would this person do, like, why would he threaten you? Like, what are you talking about? And by the way, he's also, like, Charlotte also said that, he's using an anonymous name in this forum that I'm in, Return to the Pit. And he's threatening me on there, too. Which I'm not. Obviously, I don't fucking make names and troll people. He literally is blaming everyone on the internet for being me. And this is, like, being heard in a fucking courtroom for some reason. Whatever. Anyway, the judge asks him why. Why would they do this? And he goes, because I'm a liberal, genderqueer, abortion-supporting, anti-racist, feminist, like every fucking buzzword, like immigrant supporter, everything that he stands against. It's like, first of all, and I knew that the fact that they're framing it like that, right? This is a left-right thing. It's like, no, that's wrong. We got plenty of liberal supporters. We got Laura, she's our token, but I know we have a lot of other people here that are liberal, and if we started ranting about abortion, we'd probably lose a lot of followers, and that's just not ever what we've been about at Turtle Boy Sports. So that's a lie. But they're trying to frame it that way because that sticks better. Because this individual knows he's gonna get the backing of the fucking social justice mob if this is the Anglo case, right? So they decide, the judge hears the whole thing, and at one point, now it's my turn to talk, right? And when I'm talking, I'm holding, keep in mind, I'm holding an 18-month-old, and my daughter is sitting right next to me. She's 3. And all my son is doing the whole time is just going, Batman. That's his favorite word. It's fucking Batman. He's going, Batman. Batman. The whole courtroom's cracking up and shit. And he's getting restless. Batman. Like, it was the fucking greatest day in court you've ever seen. So anyway, I tell my piece. I'm like, I've never met this person before. I don't know them. You know, whatever. And then I look over, and this person is fucking staring at me in like a menacing manner. And I couldn't control myself. If I had a lawyer, my lawyer would have told me to shut the fuck up. But I didn't have one. And so I just looked at him. I'm like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Like that. Like, don't look at me. Who the fuck are you? Like, I'm not some punk ass bitch you're gonna stare down in court. Fuck you, dude. Fucking look at me, bitch. The fuck you looking at? And because homie don't play. I don't know if you guys know that. That's my general rule on life. And so this person's like fucking grilling me. Like, what am I supposed to do here? And the judge gets all mad at me because I'm out of line. And the judge actually asked me about my kids. They go, do you have custody of these kids? Like, do I have custody? This isn't some DCF shit. Don't let the fucking, pajama pants fool you, dude. Like, I'm a fucking law-abiding guy. I got my shit together. Are these my fucking kids? Yeah, of course they don't have custody of my kids. Then he goes, the judge asked me, where's your wife? Where's their mother? Where the fuck do you think she is, douchebag? She didn't fucking work. Because unlike this maggot over here, we pay fucking taxes and we fucking work. We fucking hold up. We contribute something to society. Where the fuck do you think my wife is? And I was just so mad because I'm like, I fucking drudged down here with 2 fucking kids to play this fucking psychopath's games, right? And of course I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you looking at? Don't fucking stare at me, cunt. I didn't say cunt, but I wanted to, right? That was me being nice. So I shut up after that, and it gets dropped because obviously it got dropped. Even if the judge didn't like me, I've never fucking spoken to this person before, so obviously you can't take out a harassment order against me. Obviously. Anyway, at this point, I leave. Like, I'm leave. The judge goes, okay, you need to leave separately from this person. So I go outside or whatever, and I got to get my kids ready. And I notice that Charlotte is talking to the ADA. I'm like, why the fuck? A harassment order is not handled by the district attorney's office. A harassment order is brought forward by an individual because it's not a criminal thing. So why is this person conferring with the ADA? And Charlotte protested too, like, wait a minute, you're telling me I'm not going to get this? And the judge is like, shut the fuck up to him. So anyway, at this point, I go outside, right? And I'm getting the kids ready, and this other lawyer comes over to me and starts talking to me. And he was interested in the case. And he introduces himself. I'm not going to say his name or anything, although his name might get brought up eventually. And he gives me his card, and he's like, give me a call later. And then the assistant district attorney comes over. And the ADA is this woman named Margaret Hegarty, I find out. And Margaret Hegarty comes over and is like, so did you get the harassment order dropped? And I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking, you were there. You saw what happened. And she's like, we're going to get you. We'll be filing criminal charges. And I'm like, wait, what? You're going to get me? Criminal charges? The fuck? I go, what? Criminal charges for what? And then she walked away. And the lawyer's like, I wouldn't pursue it. And then the fucking guard is like, dude, don't go near her. Don't go near her. Like, what? This bitch just told me criminal charges? Criminal charges! And this is where I draw the line. This is where I'm pissed off. Okay? This is the greatest injustice I've ever seen in the fucking legal system. Right? Fucking all this bullshit about oppression. This is what fucking oppression looks like, right? This woman represents and has the power of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And what she essentially just told me right there is that I am working hand in hand with this psychopath for some reason. This is not my job to do it, but I'm going to make it my job to be an advocate for this person anyway. And I'm not happy with the fact that he could not get a harassment order against somebody he's never met before. So I am going to abuse my authority. And I am going to threaten you with the powers of the state to charge you criminally and send you to fucking jail. She did this while I was holding an 18-month-old fucking baby. Fucking tells me this shit. I hope you're watching, Margaret. I hope you're writing this shit down. Because I hope you don't like your job. I hope you don't like your job. Because I am going to make it my fucking life. There's me looking at you right now, Margaret. I am going to make it my fucking mission in life to ruin your career. Okay? All that you went to BC Law School, you're some silver spoon bitch Belmont, right? Right, you worked your way up, you fucking ruined it in 10 seconds. I am going to file on Monday a complaint with the BBO and the State Ethics Commission. And it's fucking legitimate because I've spoken with several attorneys about this. And they are unanimous that what you did is fucking outrageous. And guess what? I got a fucking witness. I got that fucking lawyer. And it was all on camera. We're going to be fucking getting the cameras from fucking Brookline District Court. And they're going to see you. Even if there's no audio, they're going to see you coming from her and coming to talk to me. Because guess what? There was no fucking reason for you to talk to me at all. Right? There's no fucking reason. You can't fucking explain that. You got so caught up with the social justice bullshit. Because guess what? This woman was a former failed Democratic candidate for state rep. Lost miserably. Right? And also ran for town clerk in Belmont and lost because you're a fucking loser. Right? And you've been in ADA for like what? 10, 15 years, whatever. Nobody's in ADA for more than 5 years. Everybody knows. Right? That ADAs are like, that's like the stepping stone to a real fucking job as a lawyer. You get paid fucking slightly more than a teacher, right? To fucking, offer fucking plea deals to defense attorneys that are getting paid 10 times as much as you, because unlike you, they have fucking talent, right? You are fucking worthless. You are fucking so bad at your job, and you got so caught up in it, and guess what? You did it for a fucking psychopath. You really thought, like, oh, you have this woman come along, a woman, right? This transgender, whatever, BLT 123, and you're like, ooh, here is this individual who is being attacked by this evil white nationalist. You fell for his fucking bullshit. You didn't even look on his Facebook page and see the type of psychopath that you fucking aligned yourself with. You threw away your fucking career for that. It is going to be my fucking pleasure to teach you what a fucking mistake that was. This is the face you don't fuck with, okay? This is the face of freedom, right? This blog writes truths and exposes terrible people doing terrible things like Charlotte, even though we didn't even get the chance to blog about her until yesterday, right? Get fucking used to it. You fucked up. I thought about maybe offering you a chance to apologize and literally get down on your fucking knees and kiss the fucking ring. But nah, I wouldn't even accept it. Fuck you. I'm coming for your fucking job. Right? What you did is so fascist. And so, what do you guys think of this? Fat Daddy, what do you think of this whole situation? I've been ranting.
This whole thing, it's like her bringing the suit onto you, the harassment order, is like them trying to blame Steve Kerr for Draymond Green kicking dudes in the crotch. It's ridiculous. It's insane, and it's coming from an insane person.
Uh-huh.
The fact that the court kind of sees that, but that they've employed somebody in the ADA that can't see that, speaks volumes about the justice system in Massachusetts.
It does. It really does. It makes you wonder, like, Jesus Christ, these are the people that are in charge of our freedom. Like, we've seen so many things. We saw the state police are corrupt. We've seen that with Ashley Lasapio working for the probation department, we saw how corrupt that was. It's like, if the people cannot trust the institutions, right? If this is the kind of person that is is deciding what gets prosecuted, and they're abusing their office like this over a fucking blog, over free speech, then none of us are free. If they're going after fucking Brett. Brett got a fucking restraining order against him. A fucking restraining order. He didn't even get served. He got nothing in the mail. And they just got a year restraining order against him. That's fucking insane. Insane. A major abuse of power. And we will be fighting this, and we will fucking win. I'll tell you that much. Gupta, what are your thoughts?
This Gupta not gonna be funny about this one. This make me very, very upset. I'm not kidding. Please do not be looking for punchlines here because this gonna be serious.
Serious, Gupta.
back in 1980s, when I bring my family here, I did not leave India to get away from racism or to get away from the crime, because that bullshit is everywhere. I come here to get away from this kind of power abusing bullshit. Indian people, very smart, very innovative people, but the whole country being held back because of the great political corruptions. Indian government, very, very hard. When I was there, nearly 62% of all Indian people had paid bribe to some official to get something done. I tried to start a little tobacco business there, but I had to more red tapes than Joe Petty cuts or ribbons. Pay this guy so we not fail health inspection. Pay this guy so we not lose tobacco license. Pay another guy so we don't get elected. I was paying off so many corrupt officials I could not pay my bills. And we were being financially oppressed. It's not much different than what happened to you this week. In my case, somebody used the power to get the money from me. And in your case, this skinny-ass district attorney tried to use the power to scare the speech out of you.
Yeah.
People think that crazy when I say that the politicians use the social justice warriors like this Charlotte Chutia as puppets for the socialism endgame. But it's happening now, and this Hindu want no part of it. I got one more thing I'm going to say to this one Charlotte, and she's not going to like it. I don't know if she's listening. I hope she's listening, because I got something to say going to make you stay up at night and very upset. Charlotte, you call yourself genderqueer or woman all you want, but 500 years in the future, when the archaeology people dig you up, when all your clothes rot away and your dinkadoodle turn to dust, they're going to test your DNA. And somebody's going to say, this was a man.
Yep.
I hope you don't sleep because of bitch.
Yes.
A dirty piece of fecal matter.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's so true. Gupta brings up a good point, because Gupta's from a country, right, where I wouldn't trust the fucking legal system in fucking India, but is it really any different from here? If this individual is allowed to continue to operate, she is a threat to the judicial system, right? She is a threat to freedom. She's a threat to democracy. She is a fucking disgrace. And she thought she was like, she fucked with the wrong one. This is the face of freedom, bitch. This is me. You fucked up. I want you to know that, Margaret. I know you're watching right now. I know you're going to go back and watch this and find a way that this fucking victimized you, or, some people advise me don't talk about it. I'm going to fucking talk about it, because I got fucking freedoms. I'm not going to stop. Now let's talk about why Brett's not on here. Now, I had to make an executive decision and speak with Brett about this. So it's very clear that they are trying to suggest that like anything Brett does is ordered by me. Now, obviously that's bullshit. But until we can I can sit down with a lawyer and we can legally set the precedent of that, I would like to just take a break. You know what I mean? I love Brett, and Brett's welcome to come back when this is fucking all said and done. But the fact of the matter is, they're using Brett to get to me. And Brett cares about the blog, and he doesn't want the blog shut down, right? Or anything like that, or some overzealous douchebag fucking, tries to fucking trump up charges on me. He doesn't want to see that happen. He's a good soldier, right? And so Brett has, he's been very understanding of this, right? He wants to be on, but he completely understands. So, it's like, I just cannot fucking believe. I'm still, the more I thought about that today, the angrier I got. But the more resolute I got, because I'm not going to let this bitch win. Today, I went down to the, I'm getting a harassment order against this bitch. Okay, to start, Charlotte. Because this individual has harassed me a bunch of times. I'm going to make fucking his ass drive from Leominster, right? And when he does, by the way, I'm going to see what kind of car they're driving. And if this motherfucker is driving a car that's worth more than $5,000, I'm calling up Social Security and I'm going to fucking report his ass, right? I can't fucking work, but I got a nice fucking car. We'll see about that. We'll see what you fucking come in. Take the fucking train if you're smart. Take the train. Because you're coming to fucking Leominster. Trust me. I will see your ass in fucking Leominster. I'm going to get a fucking harassment order against you. You know, I went to the police today. They agreed. This is a threat. They wrote me up a report. I got fucking dozens of threats from you, Charlotte. You want to fucking poke the turtle? Albeit, obviously you have nothing to lose here. So, fuck it, But, I'll tell you who does have something to lose. This idiot you fucking fooled into, signing up for your cause. She's going down. Nothing. Charlotte's at the bottom of the rung anyway. Charlotte has nothing to lose. But this idiot fucked up. and it's going to be a pleasure ruining her career. You got that? You're going to be fucking flipping burgers like you fucking should be. You fucking unskilled, useless slug rake. Anyway, that's my fucking rant. Anything more to say, guys? Fat Daddy or Gupta, anything to add? Anything I missed?
I hit it on the head.
Thank you.
You got everything.
Yeah.
To say I had my condition for the day.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. So let's go on to the next thing. That is, and people like bring Charlie on. I ain't bringing fucking that dude on. He's a fucking bitch. He ain't coming on. He's not invited on. Anyway, because that guy fucked with my kids too. That's what like. They were like taunting me. He was posting on this fucking forum. I see you outside looking at your kids. Like, oh, fucking bitch. Anyway, let's talk about the Manchester story, because this one was a big story this week. We had a lot of turtle riders up in New Hampshire reading this shit. So there was a murder up there. I don't know if it counts as a murder. It's a killing. It's a shooting, a death. And it is reported, right, as like this incident in which this guy is on the news. There's a woman. Her name's Tanya Hall. She's got a baby at home, and she's out with her boyfriend named Jeremy Winslow, and she ends up getting killed by some bikers, right? The guy that shoots her is named Justin Mora. And Justin Moore also has an 11-year-old daughter at home, right? And they allegedly fire into this guy's Jeep. And we don't see much of her family. What is this thing? We don't see much of her family, but we see a lot of this douchebag, right? The boyfriend. And his name is Jeremy Winslow, as I'm at it. So let's watch this fucking video if this fucking Fupa computer ever works. Pull this up on a separate YouTube. All right. I'm just reading the comments what people are saying now. Use their weapons against you because you're smarter. Yeah, exactly.
Saturday night, Jeremy Winslow says he and his girlfriend, 34-year-old Tanya Hall,
Come on, Fupa computer.
went out on a date to celebrate a deal she recently closed in her sales job.
She had drive. She had personality, charisma. She was the most gorgeous person I've ever seen in my life.
Winslow says they ended up at Manch Vegas Bar and Grill.
We cleared the dance floor away because no one wanted to run into us.
All right.
He says he ran into someone who knows his family member and was eventually
Come on. He ran into someone that knows his family member.
followed out by that person and the group he was with.
They were following us to my Jeep, and I was already thinking what they were going to do.
He drove off, and that's when he says he heard the pop.
As soon as the window popped, she goes, "Babe, they got me." And she reached both of her arms around my one arm, and she laid her head down.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Winslow says he was trying to get to the police station. He's haunted by what happened next.
Oh.
I remember getting scared instantly, and I yelled, "Babe."
Babe.
Pretty loud. I yelled it again, and I said, "Babe."
Babe.
And that's when I grabbed her to shake her, to wake her up.
Oh, yeah.
And I let go of her out of shock, and I just yelled again, "Babe."
Babe. Oh, so deep in thought.
She fell down between her legs.
Oh,
I called 911 instantly, and I told them that my girlfriend was dead in my passenger seat.
Oh, you know, oh, yeah.
Today, the Attorney General's office...
Okay, right. What do you think about that, Fat Daddy?
First of all, he said she had personality, drive, and charisma. 3 things that douchebag knows nothing about.
It's true.
Second of all, if you hear a pop and your window shatters while you're driving away from bikers and you don't call 911, that's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
You already know what happened. You're dealing with bikers. Biker guys are out of their fucking minds. They don't give a shit. They're going to shoot at you if they want to shoot at you, whether they have a legit reason or not. That's just what they do. Nothing against bikers. Hey, whatever. That's what you want to do. You do your thing. But if your window gets shot out, you know they didn't throw a rock at it.
Yeah.
They shot out your window.
Yeah.
And the first thing you did was try to drive to the police station?
Yeah, why the police station? Not the hospital. Wouldn't that be the way? Like,
I was going to go file a report with the police.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yo, she just got shot. She did. She did. And I'm gonna go file a police report real quick. What are your thoughts on this douchebag Gupta?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I think this guy was probably asshole before he took the steroids. That I don't want to say steroids are good for you, but I know guys on steroids, they're not going to pull shit like this. Also, I just want to say that, this Hindu don't think Jeremy can use steroids as excuse for small genitalia either. But, there's more holes in his story than Rocco Siffredi movie. It's just what Mr. Fat Daddy Boy say. Why not just drive to the hospital? You see your girlfriend there, she bleeding, going to take her to the police station. What the hell are they going to do for her there?
Yeah, it's like what do you like? Think of what he said. He's like, yo, I called 911 and I was like, yo, my girl dead. Like, then why are you calling? Like, if she's already like not like usually people call and they're like, yo, I think she got shot. She needs help. But it's like, yo, she did. Okay, it's kind of. Yeah. And by the way, I love how the dramatic of it all. That she gets shot, right? And she's like, babe. Like her last words are fucking babe. Not they shot me or like, oh my god, like bleeding out. It's just like fucking Sleeping Beauty falling asleep on his fucking huge fucking manly arm. Babe.
His whole fucking all about himself.
It is. It's all about him, Gupta. You're absolutely right. Like he had the whole fucking story had to be all about him. And I also loved how he's like, we were out celebrating her promotion, this and that. Yeah, that's what this motherfucker looks for. He looks for women like that, as we're gonna see. So this is a guy. We start getting contacted because this guy goes on the news by a bunch of his ex-girlfriends and people that like are aware of his past. And it turns out this motherfucker has been arrested 1 billion times for like cocaine, driving with a suspended license. He was arrested like 3 days before this too. He shouldn't have even been out. And he probably lied about his past to this chick because he's lied to a lot of chicks about shit. And he. So we spoke to some of his ex-girlfriends, and we had this woman named Kara on the other night, right? Kara's a gorgeous woman, right? Should be way out of this guy's league, but he's very charming, she says. All right, and he's very devious. He lies, he misrepresents himself, etc. And then he just starts mooching off you. That's what this motherfucker. He just mooches off of fucking chicks, hot chicks too. But while he's doing that, he's like fucking, like fucking cheating on you in the meantime. And he just fucking beat the shit out of this girl. He dragged her by the hair, smashed her against a suitcase, right? And then he fucking goes to jail. He gets a restraining order on him, and as soon as he gets out of jail, he violates it. So he goes right back to jail. Like, that's how fucking stupid this motherfucker is. Now, I would call him and Franklin up today, but I don't know if they take collect calls, or if it's lights out right now in fucking jail, right? This fucking Jew said, right where he belongs, in fucking jail. So anyway, he's been arrested for that. A bunch of other women started coming forward, telling us about this guy's past and stuff like that. And, like there he is right there. This motherfucker just couldn't, guys, I mean, Fat Daddy, this guy, like, all he had to do, right, was just keep a low profile. Like, you could have been the victim and not milked it. You know what I mean?
He's the classic narcissist.
Yes.
Gupta put it very well. He definitely was an asshole before. I've had extensive experience with people, weightlifters, powerlifters. I worked for a nutrition company. Guys who use steroids on a regular basis. Steroids will only exacerbate whatever you're doing.
Yep.
If you take a bunch of juice and you don't lift weights, you're not going to get any bigger. It's not going to help you.
Yep.
If you're not an asshole before you take the juice, you're not going to be an asshole after. If you're not going bald or have the male pattern balding gene, steroids are not going to make you go bald.
Yep.
That's just not how that shit works.
Yep.
The beauty of this whole thing is this guy he's perfect for prison because he's already used to getting shit jammed in his ass. So he's ready to go already.
That's true. I don't know. I think they do it on like the juicy part of the ass, right? Like the blood. Is there a vein? I've never fucking taken steroids. They look.
No, it's all everything goes in the muscle. But for him, I mean, maybe he wants the dude to ring. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he does. I mean, he'll like it there. Don't you think, Gupta?
Sorry, I was reading the comments. What was your last?
Yeah, how do you think this guy's gonna do in jail?
Oh, he's going to get ass ripped.
You think so?
Definitely going. He's going to be like that old video there or that picture, Goatsy. Big asshole.
All right, so this guy, he got caught lying about some other shit too. He said he had, he's been with her for like fucking 11 months or something. And then you go on his page in September and it's like, I've been 8 months out of a relationship and single. So that's a lie. It's just lie after lie after lie, right? And like his ex-girlfriend Kara went through his phone right after he beat the shit out of her and found like messages of him like literally telling chicks, like he told one chick he's got 2 kids, by the way, who he gives no money to the mother to. And the mother's like, yo, we're eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and like, dying and shit. Like, yo, can you give us some cash? And he's like, yo, let me ask Kara. Let me hit her up for some cash. Like, that's how fucking pathetic he is. Like, yo, maybe I'll get this shit. He got banned from the fucking funeral. That's all you need to know. Banned from the funeral. And then this motherfucker starts a GoFundMe. He starts a fucking GoFundMe without the consent of the family, who asks that nobody give it. And he spells the fucking kid's name wrong. He calls him Julaine. Julaine. Not Julian. Julaine. He doesn't even know his kid's name. Oh, and then my favorite part. As soon as she dies, what does this guy try to do? He starts calling the grandmother up and asking for fucking custody of a kid who he claims calls him daddy, right? He's lying about that. Now he wants to raise a kid all of a sudden, and he's trying to get fucking custody from the real sperm donor, who I heard is a real winner as well. Like, unfucking believable. It is amazing. Amazing, right? I don't know about you guys. Like, I never back when I was single, I was always looking for like the Blarney 7. I was always looking for the one that wasn't, I knew what was in my league and what was out of my league. And Tanya Hall, right, was out of my league. I wouldn't even bother with her, right? I wouldn't bother with Kara, right? I know that it's not worth my time. I'm looking for a solid Blarney 7. Now, like, I forget where I was going with this, but do you guys have anything else to add before I keep ranting? I don't want to fucking monopoly.
I'm good.
Let me know when we're going on to next thing, because I got a couple things to say. I'm reading the comments. I'm a little pissed off right here again. Gupta get very serious.
What are you pissed off about, Gupta?
Oh shit, Gupta's getting serious again.
Listen, I love all you guys. All you guys very good people to me. You come in the store, I give you good deal. But I see a couple, and I'm not going to mention who, but I see a couple comments here saying, oh, your uncle is distancing himself because Brett is hurting the blog. And, this is bullshit. Let me tell you, he don't need to hear this, but I'm going to say it. Brett Gillerin is one of the wisest, smartest people I know, and he has one of the most level heads. If I was in an emergency situation, very bad emergency situation, he is the one person that I want to be in that situation from him.
You're right.
Man.
Yeah.
And nobody is distancing anybody, and nobody is this is a logical way to deal with this situation, and everybody good with it. So cut your bitching.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like with the Brett thing, I understand Brett is not everyone's cup of tea. Now, and I talked to him about this. I'm like, Brett, you're like a funny fucking dude. You have an interesting insight, right? You don't have to fucking call people, slit clits. Right? Like, you're fucking funny. You don't have to call people scum cunts. Because guess what? You're kind of funny on your own. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that is kind of a turnoff for some people, I think, is like, the swearing from Brett. Because I find Brett insightful. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in this world. I find Brett rather insightful. I enjoy having him on. So I understand he's not everyone's cup of tea. But he also provides me with, like, the good cop, bad cop thing going on. So I welcome Brett's return when this all kind of dies over. So anyway, look at this fucking douchebag. So he's in jail. We put him away. That's good. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about this before we go into the final topic. Franklin Smollett. God, this was such a satisfying week, guys. It was one of the biggest weeks we've had in a long time as far as traffic goes. Over 100,000 people several days this week on the site. It was great to be back. Everyone's talking about Turtle Boy. We put 2 terrible people in jail on the same day. Terrible people. No other media outlet does what we do. Nobody puts people in jail. We put people in jail. That's what we do. Bad people like douchebag Franklin Smollett. So, last week, Fat Daddy, were you listening to last week's episode when Franklin?
I did.
What'd you think?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
Last week's episode.
Okay, you missed. Goop, did you hear it?
No, did not hear.
Okay, it was legendary. So this guy comes on the show, right? And prior to this, I was kind of neutral, right, on the whole thing. I thought Franklin was kind of a douchebag, but at the same time, the woman seemed like she overreacted, and shame on me, right? Shame on all of us for like not looking into this more. Because Franklin, last week on the show, was his downfall. If he did not come on Turtle Boy Live last week, he would not be in jail right now. He came on here, and he started ranting about white privilege and racism being behind this. And we're like, no. And Bristol started going at it with them. It's about the pit bulls and all this shit. And it's like, oh, and the guy just started yelling at us and talking over this. I'm like, oh, this is what she had to deal with that day. We realized, like, something's fucking up here with this guy. So we start investigating him, right? Because he messages the next day, and he's like, yo, how come you guys can't admit about white privilege and racism and this and that? And we're like, okay. So we start looking into this guy, right? And we find out that he is a piece of shit, a real fucking piece of work. And he's been arrested a bunch of times before in a bunch of different states. He's been, he said he was disbarred as a lawyer, but all we could find was suspended, right? And he basically was recently arrested. He has an open case against him in Rhode Island for domestic violence. And he claims it's getting dropped. He's been to jail for dealing drugs before, right? This is an ex-lawyer. He was a discrimination attorney, as you can imagine. So he's looking for like bullshit causes. And he presents himself well, doesn't he? Like he looks like a normal, like, law-abiding guy. The kind of guy that every, liberal white women's group from Needham would want to use as a token to prove that they're not racist, right? That's the kind of guy. And coincidentally, he works for this nonprofit called whatever, some bullshit buzzwords. And we know nonprofits are just a fucking scam, right? That take money from the government and, they collect grants and they pay money to douchebags like him. So anyway, he's part of this. He makes money off of doing that. Saying that, the system's racist and let me come speak and tell you how racist the system is and blah, blah, blah. That's how he makes his bread. So anyway, Franklin has this open case against him. And he insists, right, that it's like, this girl's going to write an affidavit, right? And I did nothing wrong, right? And she was in the wrong, and it's going to be dropped, right? It's always easy when you say it's going to be dropped. And it's like, that doesn't sound right, because she has a restraining order against him. His fucking son has a restraining order against him. And even with all this information, there were still social justice warriors out there defending this piece of shit, right? However, then Bristol comes to the rescue, right? And Bristol finds us this video that I will share. Actually, I'll go to our YouTube channel. Bristol finds us this video of why exactly this guy is facing these charges, right? And did you guys see this video, Gupta?
I did see this video. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up in a minute. So, but while this is pulling up, Goop, do you have any thoughts on this so far? On Franklin? What are your thoughts on Franklin?
I got a lot of thoughts on Franklin, but the whole thing comes down to this race-baiting bullshit is an epidemic now, and it got to stop. I mean, first you got the Jussie Smollett fake news, and I spelled O-S-E, get it? Fake news?
Fake news, yes, I got it, I do get it.
But now you got this Franklin Juicin, and I kind of feel bad for Franklin. I hear he was really beating himself up over it. Then he realized he could, yes he did, and he hired 2 Nigerians to do it for him.
Yeah, exactly.
But it all come down to this whole Trump derangement syndrome. Got everybody all up in their head. Last week I was in the Barnes and Nobles, And I say to the clerk, I ask if they have the new book by President Trump. He looked right at me and he looked at me and he said, "Get the fuck out." I said, "Yes, that's the one." This shit got
Gupta.
This shit got to end. Back in the 80s, when Happy Hindu Mart first opened and my family was new here, we had the good times with the customers there. Guy named O'Malley would come in and, "Hey, Dockhead, make me the slushy and take the shower while you're at it." And then this Hindu would say, "Fuck you, Mr. Potato, huffing leprechaun." And then we both laugh together and drink slushy.
Yeah,
You know,
Fig me. I'm still laughing about the.
You know, wasn't born in the Puerto Rico because they could not find the 3 wise men and the 1 virgin. Then we laugh and he teach me the breakdancing moves. This happened now. Somebody gonna get shot in the buckwas. It's all bullshit.
Oh God, you're killing me, Gupta. You're absolutely killing me. I still can't get over the fucking book. Trump's book called "Get the Fuck Out."
True story.
Oh, it's good. All right, so let me bring up the video here. This is the video of why Franklin is in jail. He didn't think we were going to get a hold of this, but we got a hold of it. And this is his girlfriend. So he goes to confront his girlfriend at the time, who is also a junkie. This is the streets of Providence. Now, his girlfriend has stolen drugs from him. And Franklin's like a pimp and a drug dealer. So when your hoe steals from you, you got to teach that bitch a lesson. Of course, Franklin's not going to hit her because he's a pussy and he's a lawyer. So he's going to hire some hoe to go and do it for him. He's going to find the nastiest, skank-ass hoe from Central Falls to come down there and do his work for him. And it's pretty brutal, so check it out. She wears her fucking swimming outfit, too. Like, what is this outfit?
Should we do in the house? No, you need to over this. Yo! You work at Foxy's, right? Wasn't you the girl that was fucking...
You work at Foxy. Boom! There's Franklin. And she dog walks a bitch. Dog walks a bitch. Boom! Right into the fucking grill. Oh!
My fucking nigga, you was fucking my nigga, bitch! No, I was fucking my nigga, bitch! You was fucking my nigga, right? You was fucking my nigga! You was fucking my nigga, right? You was fucking my nigga? You was fucking my nigga, right, bitch? Right? Right? You was fucking my nigga, right? Listen, I'ma fucking drag you every time I see you, bitch. Just know that.
Let her go. Let her go.
Get over here.
Let her go.
Yeah.
Bitch.
So anyway, Franklin and another woman is filming this, and Franklin's like, "Yo, get that bitch." Franklin, I mean, this is ruthless what he did, and he, of course, this is the woman he claims has written an affidavit for him, an affidavit. Now Bristol finds out that she gets pictures of them together, like in February, which is a violation of the restraining order. Now we also find out, we speak to a whole bunch of a lot of junkies came to us and we're like, "Yo, I used to buy perks off this dude back when I was using. I used to buy fucking heroin off him." And that's the beauty of Turtle Boy. We have so many people that of all varieties of life, including people that have gotten off of drugs because of the fear of being on Turtle Boy, right? So they all come and they're all like, they're like, and Franklin must know the heat is on at this point. So what does dumbass do? He's like, "Yo, I gotta get rid of my product." So he goes to the one place where it's like almost guaranteed you'll get caught. Revere. Franklin took his ass to fucking Revere. Like, they're not looking for drugs in fucking Revere. Give me a break. And of course they catch him riding dirty. They raid his fucking shithole back in Pawtucket. They find a whole bunch of heroin and all these other types of drugs. And now Franklin is sitting in Suffolk District fucking court. I was fucking right near him. Imagine I got locked up by the fucking district attorney right on that day. Me and Franklin could have been buddies. So he's got a bunch of oxy on him. He's on $50,000 cash bail. That's a lot. That's a lot for a fucking drug dealer. Because this guy's just a piece of shit and he has to wear a GPS bracelet. Oh, so much fucking karma. And this came right after the other douchebag got arrested. What a fucking week, huh, Fat Daddy?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I don't understand. How did this guy become a lawyer? How did he make it through 4 years of college, 4 years of law school, and pass a bar exam when he's dumb as a box of rocks?
In more than one state.
Everybody knows the first thing that you don't do when you're selling drugs is flash around how important you are, how much money you got, how you're going to beat people's ass. All this, you don't draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
That's how you get caught.
I love it.
And you guys did a beautiful job of comparing him to Jussie Smollett, because the only thing that blew up faster than these two idiots' hoax bullshit is Zion Williamson sneakers.
Yeah. So this guy, right, is I mean, that's a good point. This idiot was flashing the shit around like every time everyone's like, yo, you're a broke ass bitch. He's like, yo, I got mad money. He goes, I just bought a house on a fucking debit card. He fucking said that. Yo, I bought a house on a debit card. Like, what? That is the most ghetto thing I've ever heard. Like, imagine going to sign, like, to go buy a house and, like, just showing up and be like, yo, you got the chip reader? I want to pay for this shit right now. Like, yo, swipe that shit, son.
The beauty is, you can't even go into a car dealership and drop more than $10,000 in a down payment on a car. There's no way that he bought a house on a debit card. If you walk into a car dealership with 10 grand, they call the federal authority.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They have to verify the bank.
Yeah. Like, yeah, just went in
This
there.
guy's so full of shit, it's coming out his ears.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
I got one question for you, Mr. Fat Daddy.
Yes, sir.
I got the idea that maybe he learned law in the prison. Maybe he'd take one of those prison courses. Because he was in prison before, right?
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
Yeah.
So then you and anybody else who work for a living pay for him to be world's dumbest lawyer.
He can make a TV show all on his own.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that somebody's saying that sucks for him getting arrested the same week you blow up his spot. Well, he got arrested because we blew up his spot. Let's be clear about that. The cops, I mean, police read Turtle Boy. That's just a fact. That is a fact, right? They were going to use Jeremy Winslow as to be like a snitch. He was a witness. And then we fucking blew him up and they're like, this guy's no use to us anymore. They arrested him. With Franklin, they're like, okay, we're going to keep an eye on this motherfucker now. Because Franklin disrespected the police too. He turned the woke mob. And let's talk about the mainstream media's reaction to this. Bristol did a good story on this today. We emailed all these media outlets that got the story wrong, right? And we're like, hey, you might want to correct this, right? Because, look you're making this guy seem like the good guy here, but he's not. There's more. The Grace Sandland's a good person here, right? She is a nurse. People like her. You know, this guy is a scumbag. Maybe you should look into that. Like, the big thing, he made it seem like it went viral because he claimed that the woman called the cops on him, right? Because he was black, right? And because the dog was humping the other dog. But you listen to the tape, and she's like, no, I'm calling because this guy's harassing me. He was stalking her, because guess what? That's what he does to women. This guy treats women like shit. That's the story here. Shame on us for not seeing it when we first watched it. The fact that there were two women, and both of them said the same thing, that this guy's not following the rules, he's out of control, etc. So we got we got our facts straight. And we send it to all these people up. And they ignore us. They know about it, and they're ignoring us. Anyway. So, one guy gets back to us, the New York Post, Chris Perez, some douchebag. He calls it racist that we point this out. And he's like, well, either way, regardless of all this, she didn't know he was a drug dealer. Well, of course she didn't know he's a drug dealer. All she knows is this dude's being fucking loud, obnoxious, and he's in her fucking personal space. And he's harassing her. Of course she's going to call the fucking cops. That's what you do. Right? Like she has to fucking leave because Franklin's there? Get the fuck out of here. Franklin can leave. Fucking bitch. And, you know, it just goes to show that the media does not care about real news. They know the real story now. And none of them are reporting it. When you Google this guy's name, you're going to see this fucking thing come up. Oh, white woman calls cop on black man. That's all that fucking matters. The truth does not matter. The truth does not matter. Right? So, they know they're not reporting it. That's the difference between us and them. We report real news and we put douchebags in jail. It's been quite a fucking week. We really appreciate you guys' support. And I feel like, a bunch of people have donated to us in the last few days. And I feel like, thank you. And I feel like we kind of earned it a little bit. And that's what I like to do. I don't want you to donate when we're not doing shit. If you see us doing shit and you're like, I want to support that, that's when we graciously accept your donations when that happens. Because I want to earn that shit. And this week I feel like we earned it. So, anyway, you guys have anything else to add on this before I take questions from people?
No, I'm good to go.
Gupta?
I think we covered everything. Been one hell of a week. We got to do this again sometime.
Absolutely. So, why don't we do a little Ask Turtle Boy? Any questions you guys have? Let us know. I don't know who this Peter Pan douchebag is, but obviously he's a loser. But you know what? That's how you know you're winning. That you got these trolls on here, getting their jollies, being douchebags, whatever. I don't block them. I just ignore them.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, they're not interesting. Like, Peter Pan isn't interesting enough to, interact with, We were told to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, Abner. I told you to shut the fuck up? I apologize. I told you to shut the fuck up for the wrong reasons. I think I apologized and made that clear. Anyway, what else are people saying? I love that Turtle Boy came back with the truth. That's what we do, baby. We needed to have a Turtle Boy barbecue to celebrate. Maybe down the line. Turtle for the win. Oh, thank you, Ashley. You're the best. Any other questions? Oh, David got his Turtle Boy phone case in the mail. That's excellent. Let's see. Judge Dead. I hear you, brother. Let's see. Trying to look for some questions here. Uncle Turtle, you have earned everything over the years, so we owe you. I mean, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure doing this. I love doing it. I wouldn't want to do anything else. Will there be an audiobook or audible version of I Am Turtle Boy? I don't know.
Yeah.
Should I?
Read by Gupta Patel.
Yeah, read by Gupta Patel. Yeah. Maybe down the line somewhere. Maybe, sure. I'm already thinking about the sequel for the next book. How do you know Gupta? Gupta's a fan that developed the character of Gupta, and he kind of stuck around. So now Gupta's kind of part of the blog. I love Gupta. When can Brett come back? Brett can come back. Honestly, I'm going to see how this plays out with this bitch. I'm going to see how this plays out. So hopefully in a few weeks. That's the plan. Did Perez ever respond? No. Just that one cunty email he sent. You see,
no, because he works for the newspaper that's the McDonald's of media.
Right. It's or is that the New York Daily News? I don't know what's worse. The Post or the NY Daily News. Or the New York Times itself. It's all garbage. Did you see Jussie Smollett was charged with 16 felonies? Absolutely. And I love how immediately all the comments are like, well, that's white privilege because Paul Manafort only got 4 fucking months in jail. And all this shit. I love it. I love drinking social justice tears, bitches. That guy's going down like he needs to be. I can't believe it. Guess what? Turns out they take that shit seriously. How about that? Oh, Laura knows who PP is. Do tell. I'm very interested. Let's see. Happy birthday to this guy. There you go. Happy birthday. You're a hit when you're all fired up, and I was fired up tonight. Thank you, Melissa. Are you able to take PayPal in the Turtle Boy store? I think so. They should be able to do, but I can check into that. Turtle Boy convention at Chuck E. Cheese. They might call the cops on us if we do that. Will I have Eddie on? I'll have to look. I mean, I got so many inquiries, guys, to do it. And quite frankly, if you inquire and you kind of explain why you should be on, as far as being able to, I thought Fat Daddy did a good job tonight. He's obviously done public speaking before, right? I find him amusing. I thought he was a good guest. I thought he did a good job tonight. I'm still going to keep trying people out and stuff like that in the meantime. Let's see. What else are people saying? How has the stress of court and trolls and attempted takedowns had an effect on your personal life? Not really. I mean, I don't really have a personal life. I have a family life, and it's had no effect on my family. I'm past the age where I kind of get together with friends and shit. But no, it's really had very little effect on my personal life, to be perfectly honest with you. it definitely was stressful to deal with all this shit. The takedowns were very satisfying, but the court was stressful. I'm not gonna lie, that was definitely stressful. I didn't want to deal with that. What else are people saying? When is Bristol co-hosting it again? We try to get those. We try to do a rotation of the bloggers as much as possible. So we'll probably see her again in a few weeks as well. What else are people saying? Better donut. So one kid has the chocolate frosted. The girl has the chocolate frosted. The boy has the glazed because the boy would just get shit everywhere, and the girl can actually eat a chocolate frosted without shit getting everywhere. So that's the deal. What else are people saying? Is Brett writing a book? You'd have to ask him. Oh, it's Kevin Ribeiro. There you go. Okay, that's Kevin Ribeiro. Interesting. How many people working in the courthouse are guilty of time theft, do you think? Most of them. Drop the fox. Fox Daddy. Fat Daddy is too quiet. Well, I mean, they're only supposed to talk when I ask them questions, so that's on me, right? If you think people are quiet. All right. Anything else here that people are saying? Any other questions that you guys have for Gupta or Fat Daddy or myself, whatever? Your kids are too cute. Thank you, Melissa, very much. I like them very much. I'm going to hold on to them. They're not going to be cute for very long, I think, though. When are you going to freestyle? Yeah, people keep asking that. I do need to bring that back. North Shore Turtle Babe needs to co-host. She's part of the rotation. North Shore, Merrimack, they're all part of the rotation. We get them in whenever we can. All right. But yeah, everybody's saying bring the raps back. I guess I might have to. Did you watch Joe Rogan with Dorsey? That's a great question. I did. I've listened to almost the entire thing. Now, what I wanted to do is sit down and do a podcast specifically about the Rogan Dorsey, because that was in the Tim Pool thing. It was one of the greatest, most entertaining 3 hours of podcast I've ever seen. Tim Pool rips them a new asshole and just exposes them for the frauds that they are. And I'd like to kind of sit down with you guys and break that down. Maybe I'll do that on Monday. So definitely, we'll be back on Tuesday, but I think I might do the Rogan podcast on Monday, the breakdown of that. All right, cool. Any last minute questions before we call it a night, peeps? Don't you think your co-host should interrupt like Brett? Brett doesn't really interrupt. Brett followed the rules pretty well, I thought, Is Franklin a front runner for Ratchet Madness? I would definitely say he's going to be one of the top 2 or 3 seeds for sure. Can you write a book all about your teaching days? I've thought about that. I got tons of shit, especially at Fanning, right? Oh my God, the stories I could tell you about shit that I got from there. Have you watched the Smiley Faced Killer series? The guy in Boston. I have not. Watched it. I'll have to watch it. Steven Crowder is also someone to talk to. Yeah. If I had Steven Crowder's number, that life would be a lot easier. All right, cool. All right, so it sounds like that's about it. And I thank Gupta and Fat Daddy for coming on with us. Appreciate you guys being here. And we're going to call it a night, folks. We love you all. Keep riding that turtle and keep supporting us. We couldn't do it without you guys. I love coming on here. You guys got anything to say, Fat Daddy or Gupta?
Namaste, people. I love you all.
Thanks for having me on. It was a great time. Hope we can do it again soon.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Peace, Turtle Riders.